Hey guys, Sarah with 3 Raptor Consulting here, and we are going to talk about Surviving the Holidays Part 3. It's not a competition. I apologize for the messy background. As you can see, my dog Raffy is laying down back there, and he's not doing so well. He's got a little bit of a cold, so I didn't want to disrupt him. So I hope you guys forgive the mess, but we got a sick puppers. So surviving the holidays, it's not a competition. That was one of the hardest things for me to learn. You know, we see movies like National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, and Chevy Chase goes all out and above to have all these Christmas lights out, right? Always striving to be the biggest and the best. And then we see all these news articles of houses that have set up these light displays that are synchronized with music, and any other number of things. Or we see on Pinterest, you know, how to have the perfect Christmas tree, how to make all new ornaments. I remember a couple years ago, I was involved with the Military Spouses group, and we organized a tour of historic homes. And it was so overwhelming when we went into their homes for tours. Some of them had 20 Christmas trees up. I am not lying. 20 Christmas trees up. And each one of them had a different theme. And there were homemade ornaments, and there were bows, and everything was color coordinated. And all I wanted to do was sit down and cry, because I'll have maybe 3 or 4 Christmas trees up because I like Christmas trees, but they're little dollar store Christmas trees that are up with ornaments that have been handed down from my parents. Some of them are from their first Christmas after they got married, through my childhood, to when my daughter was little, to things I've collected throughout my life. So if anything, I would say my holiday collection and ornaments are quite eclectic. And if they are homemade, they're homemade by a child, not homemade DIY Pinterest perfect. And I just felt so less than, so imperfect, because while my meals were great and scrumptious, I didn't have place settings. I've never had place settings. I don't own china. My silverware is mismatched pieces picked up over the years. So I have enough to have like 20 people to dinner, but none of it matches. But I never cared until that moment when I realized that there are these people with all of this matching china, and china just for Christmas, and all of this matching silverware, and all of their presents were wrapped perfectly with sharp edges and corners that were perfect, and bows and calligraphy, you know, name tags. And I just kind of spun out, and I wanted to just leave. And then I got myself to the bathroom, and I thought, no, Sarah, stop. Wait a minute. Let's be really realistic about this, and let's talk about this. I strive for a home that is welcoming, a home where people want to come in, take off their shoes, and stay a while, where people feel comfortable enough to eat 3 plates of food if that's what they want, where friends bring Tupperware because they want to take leftovers home for tomorrow, because they want to pack their lunch for the next day, where people just get up and get their own glass and drink because they're thirsty. I want people to be together to have a good time, where we're playing really fun games, where we're making memories, and where the food is delicious and there's more than enough for everybody. But I don't care that there's dog toys on the floor, or maybe I didn't have time to perfectly dust. I want a home where people know they're safe and they're welcome, where people can come over and say, Sarah, I've had a really bad day. I don't want to talk to anybody. Can I just go in your guest room and chill? Yes, you can. I'll see you in a couple hours, and if I don't, love you. Have a good time. That's what I want. And so I always remind myself that I want a Christmas that is very low stress, no stress, where the biggest thing I'm worried about is, are my dogs going to snap at my mom's dog, because my mom's dog is almost 14 and elderly and starting to act a little odd. That's the stress that I want, right? Or we have a puppy this year who is actually terrified of Christmas, which is interesting because all of my dogs that I have now and that I've had before love Christmas. They love the sparkles and the glitter and the beauty. I had one dog, Sheba, who used to like to rearrange my little knickknacks for Christmas that I would put out, and I would find her carrying them around in her mouth because she just loved them so much, but she would never hurt them, right? One year she even hid one so we couldn't find it when we were putting Christmas up, and pulled it out in February and then held on to it the whole year because she loved it so much. Never broke it, never hurt it. That's the kind of home that I want. And so that's what I strive for. So reminding yourself that it's not a competition. You're the one that sets the parameters and boundaries for your Christmas. You're the one that decides what kind of presents and how they're wrapped. This year, we're taking more of an earth-friendly approach, and we are using the inside of brown paper bags to wrap our presents, because then the paper is getting used multiple times and we can recycle it. And that is more important to me and my daughter than spending a fortune on really pretty Christmas paper that's just going to get crumpled up, right? We also no longer put our gifts out until Christmas morning because somebody who's laying behind me likes to open them. He loves presents, loves Christmas, and so he opens them and everybody finds out what they're getting before Christmas. So you're the one that's in charge of Christmas. It's not a competition, right? If you choose to not put any trees up at all because it's just more than you can do right now, I'm here to tell you that it's 110% okay. If you don't decorate your cubicle or office because you're at home decorating with your kiddos and you don't have any extra time, energy, or funds to decorate your office, I'm here to tell you it's a-okay. If you're like me and you want to celebrate Christmas every day that you can, and I have a collection of Christmas shirts that I've gotten over the years and I do extra laundry so I can wear one every day, that's a-okay too. You celebrate Christmas the way that it works for you and your family. And let me just interject here. It's very snobbish of me to say Christmas because we are also in the season of Hanukkah. Kwanzaa is coming up. New Year's is coming up. And I'm sure that there are other holidays that I am unaware of, and I apologize. So let me change to celebrate the holidays the way that they work for you. Keep them simple because the quality of time that you spend with others, the way you make others feel, and the memories that you make are going to mean so much more than the perfectly matched Christmas china on the perfectly set table because nobody cares, right? Make the memories, decrease your stress, be present this holiday season.